Today we're gonna do 3 15-minute shrimp recipes. The challenge, can I make these recipes in actually 15 minutes? Tara's gonna time it, so it's almost gonna be in real time, and there might be a little tension, maybe I'll fail. We're going over the ingredients. We go over the ingredients for every recipe. The instructions, everything are the same on these 15-minute ones. I have 1 pound of Gulf shrimp. These are really nice shrimp. I just deveined them, okay? So they're ready to go. We're gonna mix those shrimp with a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of Diamond Crystal Kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Make it nice and spicy. Okay, we'll let them sit. While they're sitting, we're gonna saute 10 cloves of garlic that I sliced. Okay, you can mince it too if you like. And then shrimp sauteed, they go back in. We finish with a 1/4 cup of dry sherry, some lemon juice, about 2 tablespoons, and parsley. This is so easy, and it's going to be done maybe in 12 minutes. Okay, Tara, start the timer.
All right.
15 minutes right now, okay?
Running.
All right, good. All right, so I patted these shrimp dry. Okay, just make sure you pat them dry. Relatively dry. See, there's like a lot of wetness on there. 1 teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, 1/2 teaspoon Diamond Crystal Kosher salt. Get it all in there. And then that 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. You can omit this if you like. That makes them a little plumper. We're not gonna be able to do it for the other 2 recipes today because we won't have enough time. So they will be a little bit modified.
That might be a good way for me to check, like, the efficacy, is that the correct word, of the baking soda? Yeah, like versus the other shrimp. Like, is it really more plump?
I gotta tell you, I don't think it does much. I don't. I've just been doing it for a long time.
Do you need to add olive oil to that?
No, you can if you want, but it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get it evenly distributed.
Yeah.
So yeah, the baking soda thing, my friend owned a Chinese restaurant when I was a kid, okay, young, like 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, and they used baking soda. He always tell me about that, because I was always into cooking from when I was like 12 years old, and I always wanted to like know like how they made food there and stuff like that, but that's when I learned about it, you know? And then other people have talked about it now, like a lot of recipes have it in it. I'm gonna set this off to the side. We gotta move. So, gonna pop my pan right into frame and turn it to about a 4 out of 10, maybe a little bit less. I might have to increase it a touch. I'm gonna put a lot of olive oil down here. What do I have in here in this recipe? 3/4 cup of olive oil, yeah. Lots of olive oil.
Super oily, this dish.
Yeah. You know, some guy the other day, or today, commented, for the Greek potatoes that we just did, the lemon chicken one, he said 180 mLs of olive oil. He goes, you must be out of your mind. No, I am not out of my mind, okay? Actually, that Greek dish, for the most part, will have a cup or more in it. And this Gambas al Ajillo will have lots of olive oil in it too. It always comes out super oily when you get this in a restaurant. Some restaurants, like Spanish restaurants, will do shrimp. They'll also do a pork version. They'll also do a mushroom version, and they are equally delicious. I'll turn this up a little bit just to get it go faster, and then we'll go back down. Really, this is a waiting game now for your shrimp are sitting in that spice and you're just waiting for your garlic. No pressure at all on this. How much time?
3 minutes and 20 seconds has elapsed.
Okay.
Jim, so the reason that you're able to have time with this to brown the shrimp is because you need to take a while to get the garlic, like that, like really deep.
To brine the shrimp, right?
Brown.
Yeah, to brine it.
Yeah, what did I say?
I think you said brown them, yeah.
Oh, I meant brine.
Or maybe.
Yeah, so you need that time to develop that color on the garlic. It's like longer than you would normally cook garlic for, right?
Yeah, this dish, like, so most Spanish recipes here, like recipes, just, I guess, like, authentic recipes, they'll cook the garlic very slow to get it super mellow and, like, really golden. Mm-hmm. See, like, I have the heat too high here I'm trying to speed it up.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna back it down and, you know, in reality, I probably will just make this in 15 minutes. So now I'm about a 3 out of 10. I gotta let my pan come down because I don't wanna burn it, but you want it like super, super golden, like golden brown, okay? And by the way, if you feel like you are, just take your pan off the heat, okay? That's all you do. That's the easiest way to lower the temperature quickly. Yeah, you're looking if it's even on, right?
No, it's still on.
This isn't the best burner. Like, I really should be using an induction one here, but you need a wire then, and they annoy the heck out of me because the fan is on all the time.
We just passed the 5-minute mark.
Okay.
So you have 10 minutes left.
Doing fine. Doing fine. There's something magical about when the sherry hits the shrimp. Oh, it's one of the best flavors.
I agree. Sherry is kind of slept on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not in Spanish cooking.
No,
they use it all the time.
I know, but I feel like you can use it for so many different dishes that it just adds like a pop of flavor that is kind of unexpected.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I mean, this is one of my favorite dishes. Most Spanish restaurants won't do it this way. They'll have like a whole big thing of the garlic already, so they can just, like confit, so they can just pull it, and then they just normally just stick it in a dish that goes in an oven, so it comes out sizzling, you know, the shrimp, right when you order it. All right. Yeah, you know what? There's not a lot of tension in this one because it's like, you're just waiting for garlic. All right, I had to start with the easiest one first. Yeah. Buy your shrimp deveined if you can. I like Gulf shrimp much better than the white farm shrimp from Asia, okay? Whether they're from China, Thailand, whatever. I have not been having good luck with those shrimp at all. They don't taste good to me anymore. Like I don't like them. And they're not that much cheaper. They're like a few dollars a pound cheaper. I say go with the Gulf ones. Yeah. And in the Gulf, or you could also go for like North Carolina shrimp.
The Argentinian red shrimp are good.
Those are good, and they
have a different flavor.
They're kind of like lobsters, those Argentine ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Those ones you can get at Wild Fork, and other places that have like a big frozen section of seafood. Mm-hmm. All right, see how it's getting nice and golden now? Look at that.
I feel like this is a good one to make if you're having company over.
Company, I love that word.
I know. Does anybody even call it company anymore?
I love that
word.
word.
Did I just really age myself? No, I feel like it's a good one because you really can make it super quickly. It comes out, it's hot, it's fresh.
Yeah, by the time the taste tester comes in, it won't be so fresh because this is dish number 1. But all right, see how golden that is? Oh yeah, okay. In a perfect world, you'd have the heat even less, and you would let it take about 5 more minutes to get up to this point. Okay, I'm gonna put the shrimp in. Turn the heat up now, okay, to about a 6 out of 10. Okay, I'm just spreading my shrimp so they all hit on one equal level. Just about 1 minute per side. You can see the timer now, so you'll see exactly how long I'm cooking them for. Which is nice about having a timer. You know, you have to turn your pan to get like equal heating.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
And you didn't even add the sherry yet.
Oh, once the sherry goes in,
forget
it gets so good. All right, so these are getting good now. Let's just start flipping them.
10 minutes has elapsed.
10 minutes, okay, yeah. All right, so I was overconfident, and I'm gonna make it just in the right amount of time. They're almost done, okay? So perfect. Sherry, you can add this in now, okay? So good, that smell. Ooh. All right, these are good, you know. Okay, so like this one's not completely cooked yet. You see that, how it's a little bit? So just stick it right in the middle. But the residual heat of this pan, even when we pull it off, is gonna cook it enough. All right, I'm turning it off. Okay, 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, bunch of parsley, and the best, most flavorful shrimp ever. Done.
12 minutes and 38 seconds.
Nice.
So easy.
Yeah, and you know, like I'm trying to look here, these shrimp they're cooked all the way through. You always wanna, like with shrimp, just say like you undercook it by a touch. In this hot pan right now, the residual heat is still gonna cook them. And if you're worried, just put it back on the burner again then. But if you cook them too much, they tend to get a little rubbery. That's kind of the issue. I cooked these shrimp for about 2.5 minutes, I'd say, like roughly maybe 3 total when the sherry went in. Oh, I love that. The garlic, the sherry, the everything.
The everything.
Let me get a shrimp that doesn't have a tail on so I don't have to do anything right now. Mmm. Oh my God. And by the way, these shrimp destroy, don't buy those white shrimp. Just don't buy those white shrimp, all right? Now, an hour and a half from now, when I got to reheat it for Tara or James, I don't even know who's taste testing today. I can't guarantee it. Tara, we are on number 2, shrimp arabiata. What does arabiata mean, Tara?
I believe it means enraged.
Enraged sauce. We're making an enraged sauce, and that is actually a good description of the sauce that we're making. Okay, so the recipe that I'm linking is gonna go to our website, which is where all our recipes are, that has 1.5 pounds of shrimp. Just to make everything more uniform here, we're using 1 pound of shrimp per recipe. We'll just have a little bit more sauce here. I have those same Gulf shrimp that are deveined again, and I left the tails on. For all you tail freaks, you know, who are like being like, why does he always have the tails on? You can take them off. You can take them off if you want. But you will be happy because the next recipe, I will have them off, okay? A little teaser for the next recipe. Anyway, we're gonna season these up with 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes and 3/4 teaspoon of Diamond Crystal Kosher salt. I'm not putting baking soda in this one. You could if you want. We'll put in like 1 tablespoon of olive oil just to distribute that a little bit. That's for that. For the sauce, I have 1 28-ounce can of plum tomatoes that I just hand crushed. I was using this brand, but just use like, what is this, Bianco di Napoli? Just use any like high quality tomato brand, and you can make it easier for yourself by just using a high quality crushed tomatoes, which would be totally fine for this recipe. 15 cloves of garlic, okay? The larger pieces, just chop in half, like so. The smaller ones, just leave them. If you don't like this much garlic and you want to complain about it, that's fine, you can, okay? You can use no garlic if you like. I mean, but this is like, all these flavors are really potent and really good together. So I like it this way. Cherry peppers are the main, like, super potent ingredient in here that makes kind of like a boring arrabbiata much, much more interesting. So like a typical arrabbiata will just have the crushed red pepper flakes. Adding this makes it way better, bumps up the acidity. I did 4 medium cherry peppers that I seeded and I just chopped like so. I have 1 tablespoon of the vinegar from the cherry peppers. So the pickling vinegar from those peppers. That's gonna go in the sauce as well. 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano. I have some parsley to finish, and then we'll use more extra virgin olive oil for when we make the sauce. This is a little unorthodox how I'm gonna do this one, so I'm just gonna let you know right now at this time, get your broiler on high and put the rack to the 2nd highest level. Okay, so we're gonna do kind of like a hybrid approach here. We're gonna do cooking on the stovetop and in the broiler, but it's easy, super easy. We'll see if I can do it in 15. We are ready to go. Listen, I am heating up my stainless pan over here on the side out of frame. Gives me a few more minutes, all right? So that's going on. Start the timer now. Just like when I start boiling water, it's the same thing. Because the stainless steel pan needs about 3 minutes to be heated up.
So it's a little bit of a cheat there.
I guess I did.
All right.
All right, I did. I'm putting in just like a tablespoon. Actually, I should use a bigger bowl here. Oh shoot, and I didn't dry my shrimp off. Oh, a lot of screw-ups going on today. Uh-oh. I'm gonna try to dry them off now, even though there's oil in there already. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking.
You were thinking, I'm gonna heat up this pan and give myself a few minutes.
So that was 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes and 3/4 teaspoon of Diamond Crystal Kosher salt. And this recipe, I believe, has baking soda in it too, but we're not using it. So again, about a 1/2 teaspoon to a 1/4 teaspoon, depending on how much you use. If you go for the full 1 pound shrimp, then use like a 1/2 teaspoon. You would let that sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, but we don't have that luxury here. So I'm just gonna mix these up. Just get it all like good. All right, if it doesn't look like you have enough hot red pepper, just add more. That's all you have to do. All right, so we're gonna pull our stove right into frame. All right, let's see if this is good. It is. So, Tara, what is the time?
2 minutes and 20 seconds has elapsed.
Okay, thank you. I have the broiler on. Again, I'm just reiterating. Get your broiler on. Second, set the rack to the 2nd level because we're doing a 2-part process here. I'm putting in a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Oh, nice and, see how it's nice and smoky, okay? Same thing as before, spread these shrimp out, okay? Just get even contact. Only about 30 seconds per side, that's all you need to do here. In fact, I could just use that bowl, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna use the bowl again. So now just turn them over quickly. If you heated your pan up properly, your shrimp won't stick. If you didn't heat up your pan properly, your shrimp will stick, and you probably hate stainless steel, and you probably have given it all away to like your brother-in-law or something like that, or your mother, all right? That's what everybody does with stainless steel. They think it doesn't work well because they don't heat up the pan, and then everything sticks.
Hot pan, cold oil.
That's right. Okay, I'm flipping these over. Let them go for like 10 more seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
See how they're still like very raw? Okay, that's what we want. We just got a little bit of sear on the outside of them. Okay, let's wipe off this pan without burning ourselves. Okay, right back down. Okay, and now we're gonna make a sauce. Okay, another 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Or something close. Garlic. Okay, put foil over these shrimp. Just like a little tenting action, like that.
5 minutes has elapsed.
5 minutes? I'm probably not gonna make this one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make this one. I gotta get enough golden color on this. Yeah, because the shrimp need 5 to 6 minutes in the broiler. That means I have to finish this sauce within 4 more minutes right now. Not gonna happen.
I believe in you.
How much time?
5:41 has elapsed.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. The oil always goes to the other side of this pan, so I'm just gonna move all the garlic right to that side. I need to get enough color on the garlic. Nobody wants garlic without color. It's horrible. It's a travesty. Don't do it.
It's not horrible.
It's just not, it's not what you want.
No.
Not when you're cooking this type of food.
No.
Let me know when 7 minutes have elapsed.
Okay.
How much time has elapsed?
6:27.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna be able to do. All right, we don't have enough time. Okay, cherry peppers are going in. Oh, it smells so good. It's like
7 minutes.
It's like the scarpariello smell. Okay, let's get the tomatoes in. Oh yeah. Turning up the heat. And I want to bring this to a lively simmer. I'm probably going to fall short by like a minute or 2.
All right.
This is a really good one though. Make sure you have a nice loaf of bread for this because this sauce is amazing. Everything I make is amazing. But like, this is like... Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Because sometimes I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Listen, I try not to be an egomaniac, but like, I have the best restaurants in the world within a 50-mile radius of my house. I'd rather cook myself, okay? I just rather cook myself most of the time. Maybe that's because I'm a control freak, but I don't know. Like, I'm very particular about what I have.
You won't make sushi, though.
No, I won't do that. Yeah, I'm kind of like not going to have enough time here. How much time is left?
Well, 8 minutes and 55 seconds has elapsed.
I got the heat on like high. I'm trying to I got to get rid of some of this liquid.
Should you have used paste?
I mean, I could have modified this recipe. I was trying to do the original.
Yeah. How many minutes does it need in the broiler?
About anywhere from 4 to 6. You got to make sure the shrimp are like nice and toasty and like got some color on them. I love shrimp in the broiler. Like, it's weird. Like, you always think like overcooking shrimp, but whenever you put them in the broiler, they just taste better. All right, I'm lowering this, and that's all I got. I'm gonna put that oregano in, mix in that vinegar. So again, yeah, we're not trying to make our sauce like, you know, people always like, oh, how do I make my sauce less acidic? Like, I can't.
10 minutes.
I gotta take the acid out of the sauce. How do you do that? Do I use baking soda? Do I put a lot of sugar in? Do I put a carrot in? This one we're trying to make acidic, so more acidic. It gives a nice bite to it from the cherry peppers.
Take it with some roll-aids.
Well, yeah, if you got a problem with that, then maybe it's not for you. Okay. Turn off the heat. Okay, how much time?
10 minutes, 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Okay, I need to taste this just to see if the sauce is really good. And it's a little too liquidy. I should have let it cook longer. Good. Need some salt though, okay? Mix that in. Let's get the shrimp back in. Okay, just move the shrimp, like get them kind of evenly distributed. Gets a little bit of sauce on them, but not super. They don't have to be all the way under. Okay, Gonna put this in the broiler for 4 to 6 minutes until the shrimp are nice and cooked and everything looks great.
You're at 11 minutes and 40 seconds right now.
You know why I like making these videos? Because I know the time that I make the videos in is the time. It's a fixed amount of time versus like when we do like say like a pot roast or like a braising dish, you know, it's hours to make it because, you know, you're waiting for it. And this is probably what you want to know. Can you make these recipes in this amount of time? Now, there is a little, I guess, like cheating and prep work involved, but that's everything. You should always, like say like you want to cook for your family during the week. Do some of that prep work at 9 o'clock at night. Stick it in the fridge because then when you get home the next day from work, you'll be able to bang out this recipe in like 18 minutes, 20 minutes. Maybe you're a little slower. Maybe you do 30 minutes, but still.
You are at 14:55.
Darn it. I got to check it, but it's only been in there for 4 minutes or so.
It's 15 minutes right now.
It looks good. Normally I would let it go for like a couple more minutes. Yeah, they're done. Delicious.
So are you calling it right now?
I'm calling it.
Okay, it's 15:40.
Okay, a little parsley. If you got basil, use basil. Basil stinks this time of year. Every time we buy it, it's not so good, so parsley's always good. You stuck a pan in the oven, so just make sure you're careful. Just put a towel over it so you know and other people know. That's done. All right, we are on to the last recipe and probably the one that's going to be the most difficult to do in the allotted 15 minutes of time. This is a shrimp pasta, lemon garlic shrimp pasta. I already did this one about 3 or 4 years ago on the channel. It was a popular video. It's one of our most popular videos. I think it has like 3 million views. So there's a good chance you've seen it if you watch this channel. I'm just gonna try to do it in a shorter amount of time, okay? So I have 1 pound of shrimp and I took the tails off here. So it's probably a good idea for a pasta recipe, but do whatever you like, all right? They're deveined, all that. I have a 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. I have about a 1/2 teaspoon of Diamond Crystal Kosher salt, and I have a 1/4 teaspoon crushed red pepper. We're just gonna mix that into the shrimp for a second. We'll sear the shrimp. We're gonna cook our pasta immediately. That's a 1/2 pound of linguine, okay? We're gonna cook it in salted water, boil it in salted water, cook it to 1 minute less than al dente. I'll tell you everything when we get going. Linguine is far superior to spaghetti in every way, always. I will fight that to the end. It's the truth. It's just a better pasta. It's the same exact size and everything as spaghetti, but because it's flatter, it holds sauce far better than spaghetti does. That's the advantage of it. Spaghetti tends to get mushier more quickly, while linguine is harder to overcook and to ruin, though you definitely can ruin it, okay? Pasta water, we're gonna save. We're gonna use lots of garlic, about 6 cloves sliced. We're gonna finish with 4 tablespoons of butter. And then we have the lemon zest. We have from 1 lemon, we have the whole zest and the juice. This looks like a ton of juice, so I'm gonna probably use about half to start. I can always add more. We have extra virgin olive oil and parsley to finish. These are very basic Italian ingredients that, you know, find its way into most dishes. There's not a lot of extra seasoning here. You know, that's the beauty of this type of food. It's never, you know, like super over seasoned. In fact, somebody would say like, Jim, you're using too much garlic here. But everything flows together and it turns into a beautiful dish. The question is, can I do it in 15 minutes? Okay, I have my shrimp, I have my seasoning. Tara, will you be so kind to start the 15-minute timer now?
Start it.
Okay, linguine, my water's boiling. It's in salted water, okay? 1.25 to 1.5% salinity. Let's get it in there. One thing, like when you put it in there, and I used to do it on camera here with the double portable stoves, but it's just over on my stove that's just 3 feet away. Make sure that you stir it for about the first 30 seconds. So I got my pasta in. I'm gonna put in the pepper, the hot red pepper, and the salt. That is a 1/2 teaspoon or 3/4 teaspoon Diamond Crystal Kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon hot red pepper, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. Okay. Mix this up. Just get it really incorporated. Honestly, a glove here would be better for this very small bowl that I have. Oh, and I didn't dry my shrimp off again, so I'm adding more drama into this. But these do look pretty dry. Whoop. Oh. All right, I have my pan here, and I am preheating this pan already. to medium heat. So this is a 12-inch stainless. I'm using stainless again, but you don't have to use stainless here because nothing's going in the oven. So let's get the oil down. Oh, might be a little hot. Okay, same as before. Just spread them out so they're all making contact. Even contact with the pan. Okay, just move your oil down if you're like, everything tilts this way. Might need a touch more oil. And we're gonna cook these shrimp till they're pretty much done, okay? They're gonna take about 3 minutes total. So about a minute to a minute and a half per side. Okay, if you wanna get even heating, just keep turning your pan. These things aren't really gonna matter if you have like a nice kitchen. Like, if you have a nice kitchen, you got a nice stove, the contractor installed it level, these are not gonna be big concerns. I think I'm cooking here more for like the every person cook who's like, maybe doesn't have the best setup. I mean, we get so many people asking about this burner all the time. How much time, Tara?
3 minutes and 33 seconds has elapsed.
Okay, and these are, look, I don't know how much time went by, but I can tell already they're good. So let's start flipping over quick. Oh yeah, those look great. Don't worry about this stupid OC myth that's on TikTok. Once shrimp hit a hot pan, they're gonna tighten up almost immediately. It's a natural tendency of shrimp. So just get off that. Don't go down to the lowest common denominator. Don't believe lies all the time. Ask questions, investigate, do your own due diligence. You put it in the pan, if that happens, and you go, you know what, that idiot on TikTok was wrong. Okay, that's what you do.
5 minutes, Jim.
All right.
Interrupt your rants.
That's my rant. You know what's nice about these 15-minute ones? I could do rants constantly.
I know, it's kind of like the podcast came back.
All right. Off to the side, pan back, wipe the side if you don't want to let the oil get over. Garlic in the pan, more oil. Okay, about 3 more tablespoons. Okay, so I'm getting it nice and golden very quickly. Okay, and just keep monitoring it, and then once it gets golden enough for you, you put the pasta water in. And I'm smelling it, it smells great. Just get some pasta water in there, okay? What that's gonna do is it's gonna stop the garlic from getting any browner, so you're good. Okay, it's super simple recipe. How much time do I have?
7.5 minutes has elapsed.
Fine. And you can just kind of scrape up anything on the bottom there, but it won't be much from just a couple minutes of shrimp. I thought this was gonna be harder, this one. Super easy. It smells so good, it smells like shrimp scampi. Just save pasta water or just pull it from the pot so you have it, the whole thing. I'm just gonna save a couple cups. So how much time for the pasta has gone? 10 minutes?
You're at 9 minutes.
9 minutes,
in the whole process.
So
but the pasta needed 10 minutes.
Yeah, the checko on the box says 10 to 12, so we can just finish the rest in here, okay? See how it's all evaporating? We'll just put more in. Okay, so the pasta is about a minute or two from al dente.
You are at the 10-minute mark.
I saved a lot of my pasta water. You can put the pasta in here. You don't have to really worry if it's too well drained. You're using a lot of pasta water anyway. So just give it a toss with your tongs. There's too much, when you get too much pasta in a pan, you can't really toss it. That smells great. Just gonna season it up with a little salt. I know it's gonna need a little bit of salt, so we'll already start. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit more hot pepper. Okay, and then the pasta water that was in there, it will all absorb very quickly. Okay, so just give it a taste. Make sure the pasta isn't getting overcooked. We're gonna add in all this butter here. Okay, this butter just makes it glistening, delicious, really good. Just really completes it. A little dry, so a little bit more pasta water. Tara, how much time do I have?
11:45 has elapsed.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna check another one. Perfect. So add those shrimps back in there, or I should say shrimp.
Just shrimp.
Okay, just get everything through there so they get reheated. If anyone wasn't cooked all the way, that residual heat will get them. That is good. Okay, I'm turning that off. Gonna add in that lemon zest. Gonna add in about half of that lemon juice. Don't add it all in yet. And then some of that parsley.
You were at 13 minutes.
So it's funny, I thought this was gonna be the hardest one, but
Yeah.
this is actually the easiest one. Yeah, on these shrimp dishes, pasta dishes are fairly easy, as long as you get your pasta water going.
You know, I think the thing that complicated the arrabbiata, and it's the same thing that complicated the spaghetti and ground beef, like meat sauce that you made in the other 15-minute video, was the tomatoes and giving the tomatoes time to reduce a little bit.
Yeah, to evaporate the liquid.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like, the tomatoes have a lot of liquid in them. What could help you speed up those dishes is to drain some of the liquid. That's what you do with pizza. Whenever you make a pizza, whenever you make a pizza and you want to make like a standard New York pizza sauce is never cooked. Okay, so what they do, what a pizzaiola does, is they drain the tomatoes to take some of that liquid out.
Are you calling this as done?
It's done.
All right, so.
Oh, actually, let me give it a taste test. How much time?
Okay, 14:07.
Okay, yeah, I have enough time to get it absolutely perfect.
Tick tock, tick tock. You're gonna add the more lemon juice?
I'm gonna put a little bit more. It is delicious. Okay, and a little bit of here, even though we have all the butter in there. Beautiful. Okay, and if you don't have enough, see like there's barely any liquid in the pan, just add a touch more, okay? Just a couple tablespoons at a time.
You want to call it?
I'm calling it, okay? Calling
15, exactly.
Great, and I mean, and that wasn't really 15. I was done like at 11.
You were judging it.
Yeah, I was judging it. I was done. Nice.
Well, our entire house smells like garlic now because it's what, like almost 30 cloves of garlic that we cooked.
That would be the big criticism for
hour?
people that don't like this channel. They're like, he uses garlic all the time. Well, yeah, I mean, I really then pissed you off today because I did a ton. All right, Tara, we are set. Let's do the taste test for all three shrimp recipes right now. Okay, the taste tester is here. Taste tester number 2. I would do that one last.
Really? The reason why I was going to try it first is because I think the flavors in this are going to be the most mild. It's going to give it the most accurate taste test. If I taste
Go for it.
the arrabbiata
You know what, you're right.
first, it's going to overpower my
You are correct.
my taste buds.
Yeah,
The
just
whole shrimp.
do like one shrimp, I guess, like per. I love these shrimp. They're a little bit more money than the white ones. They're way better. Not a little bit better, they're way better. Just buy Gulf shrimp. The thing that stinks about them is you have to peel them and devein them yourself. But when I peel them, I save the shells so I can make shrimp stock. So I have like 8 pounds of shells in the freezer. You gotta have the bread with this one.
Oh my God.
Right? The best.
That
It's going to be
is-
hard for any of the other ones to beat this.
Oh my God.
And this is the simplest one. You know there's people that don't have oil in their diet? Like they don't have any oil. They're oil-free people.
Can you just stop talking?
We are extra oil people in this family.
No, I just want silence so I can eat this. This is insane. Next.
All right, you got some bread. Still, probably should have taken the tails off.
Yeah, I'll get to that when I give my critique. So, gotta get a garlic. Gotta get a cherry pepper.
Yeah.
And I gotta get a shrimp.
She wants to get everything on that one
I
bite.
know, if it wants to, it doesn't want to cooperate, whatever. Okay. Eat another garlic.
I didn't get the garlic quite as golden as I would have liked.
Honestly, I could just eat all the garlic. It's so delicious.
When you get it really, like, take your time, get it super nutty, golden, it's so delicious just eating the cloves, as you can tell how Tara likes it. All right, so give it to us straight.
The pasta with the shrimp was more, I don't want to say it tasted better, but it was more enjoyable to eat because the tails were removed. So I would suggest definitely removing the tails from the other two. Okay, I know it photographs better and it looks better. It supposedly adds more flavor, and I'm not one of those tail people that's gonna get on you for for keeping the tails on, because I do think it looks more appetizing with the tails.
Way more appetizing.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why I leave them on for photographs.
Yeah, but it is easier. It's more enjoyable to eat.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll never go to a restaurant where they'll come off. The only restaurants that will serve them off will be Chinese restaurants.
So that being said, I think you know which one was my favorite. I think you could probably tell which one was my favorite by my reaction. This is on another level. This is beyond a 10, okay? Beyond a 10 out of 10. The oil and the sherry and the garlic, it is just delicious. And like Jim said earlier, you go to a Spanish restaurant and you'll get it with pork, you can get it with mushrooms, and you get it with shrimp. And that sauce, I think, could be good on anything.
Anything.
Yeah. I mean, just I could just sit there and eat the bread.
Yeah.
So this was definitely my favorite. Honestly, the other two are kind of tied in my opinion. I love the flavor of the arabiata. I love how the garlic is like really soft, and which is surprising considering it was on in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's enough time.
The cherry peppers give it that nice smoky flavor. Really good. Definitely a little spicy, which I like, but overall delicious. And the same thing, this tastes really clean and simple. It's very fresh tasting. The lemon and the parsley give it a lot of brightness and freshness. Like it tastes like something I'd want to eat in the summer, like sitting outside, maybe with a glass of Sauvignon Blanc or something like that. But overall, really good. So these two, I'm going to tie these two, and I'm going to give them both a 9.
Okay.
They're both delicious. These two are great as appetizers. And again, like I said earlier, this one, the Gambas al Ajillo, is something you could definitely make while your guests are there, like as an appetizer. And you could even make it for like while they sit at your table, and you can, make it and like kind of.
And you don't even need to do it the way I did it. You can do it. You can turn your broiler on and just, get your garlic a little golden, throw the shrimp in there in the broiler. A couple minutes later, serve it sizzling to your guests. You can do it that way.
But it's so good. I want to eat like that whole plate right now. This, I think you could turn this from an appetizer into a meal by adding pasta. And this is that's like a full meal because it has the pasta and the shrimp.
All right. Well, thank you for 2 9s and a 10.
This was beyond a 10. I said.
What did you think about this video? There wasn't as much tension as the ground beef.
The ground beef was definitely more tense. It could have been because it was the first 15-minute thing that we did, and because shrimp just happens to cook way quicker than
shrimp's kind
ground
of easy.
beef. So it was definitely like less tense, but I don't know, that you proved that they can all be done in a very short amount of time.
If you have more ideas for these type of videos, again, let us know if you like these videos, because the day we're filming this one, we haven't even released the 15-minute ground beef video yet. So we don't know any of your feedback for either video yet. Give us your feedback. Let us know. If you do like these videos and you have better ideas, like other types of ingredients or maybe a different type of format, we are all ears. We want you to become a part of like the channel, like with your feedback. We don't get to respond all the time to every comment, but we read all your comments and we really take to heart what you say. It's the God's honest truth. I read the comments, somebody said, easy chicken dish. So then we did a easy chicken dish. So it's the same thing, like give us that feedback, we value it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anything else you want to add?
I'm gonna eat that whole plate.
I know, I wish I made more of that one. That one is the best.
It's so good.
We'll see you next time.